Hello, brains! So, you want to hear about more screen-free relaxation tools and where to use them, eh? You've come to the right screen. While I definitely use screens to relax, and I'm sure you do too, it can also be good to get some relaxing time in without them. Why? Screen-free relaxation can offer things that screens can't. Sensory experiences that screens can't replicate. Touch, temperature, texture, scent, the ability to be present in your environment, and a way to help your body feel safe and calm, rather than just distracting your mind. So I'm back with more screen-free ways to relax, with the goal of putting screen-free relaxation tools anywhere you would normally pick up your phone. And hey, look at that. I don't have to go far, or anywhere. The table. The table is the perfect spot to drop weekend-friendly relaxation tools. It's great for activities that take more time, or have lots of moving parts, or both. My personal go-to is puzzles. They're repetitive enough to be calming, but engaging enough that my brain doesn't immediately wander off and start stress Googling things. I'm not good at these puzzles, but they are super fun. Yeah, they're pretty cheap, and if you're on a tight budget, you can often find them at garage sales or thrift stores. Some local libraries even let you borrow them for free. Legos are a great, though more expensive alternative. Or if you have a toddler, something like these. I feel accomplished. Puzzles and Legos not your thing? Art projects love a good table. Scrapbooking, coloring books, sketching or doodling. Bonus, artistic expression can help with emotion regulation and processing. How do I feel? Mad. Okay, less mad now. Definitely more relaxed. And I'm getting to model that for my kiddo too. Need something a bit more stimulating? Games. We really like games. But did you know there are other types of games besides video games? I forgot. Tabletop games. While it might seem counterintuitive, games can provide just enough stimulation to help restless brains settle and are a great way to relax with someone else. My partner and I used to keep a cribbage board on the table, and we would naturally just pick up the cards and start playing when we sat down to eat. If tabletop games like Dungeons & Dragons or Vampire the Masquerade is more up your alley, but trying to get a group together for it is not, I've recently learned about solo RPG journaling. It's a role-playing game that you play by yourself using your journal, which means you get all the fun of role-playing and none of the scheduling. There are tons of variations, usually with their own characters, settings, and rules. If you want to learn more about it, I'll link to an explanation and a free version that you can start with in the description below. Also, you don't necessarily have to play a game to use it to de-stress. My partner loves the repetitive, calming movement of sorting magic cards. Yellow, red, green, green. Oh, I get why he likes this. Blue. Wait, that's not blue. Whatever you choose, the key is to make cleanup easy. Or you can accept that it lives here now. Clutter happens, so we might as well clutter the table with something that helps us relax. The best move, I think, take up the space with the things. Personally, I think it makes sense to tidy up a little bit, but to leave them set up so that when you need to relax, it's easy to do so. Sketching, puzzle, where my toddler can't get to it, this where my toddler can get to it, and leave the magic cards here for my partner. I know what you're thinking. Jessica, relaxing at work? Preposterous. To which I say yes, my good brain, at work, be it an office building or a home office, because work is often where the stress is happening. I do want to acknowledge that the mileage on these will vary depending on your work environment. So let me start with one that is evidence-based, everyone can do, and is completely free. Wait, don't go. I know every time I see breathing exercise, a percentage of you check out. I do talk about breathing exercises a lot, but there's a reason for that. For many, these techniques can be really effective. Also, I have a new one. Cyclic breathing. Research suggests that regularly practicing cyclic sighing, as it's also called, can reduce stress and improve mood. In one study, participants who practiced it for just 5 minutes a day reported improvements in mood and reductions in distress over time. Let's try it together. Take a deep breath in through your nose, ideally until your lungs are almost full. Now, while holding your breath, don't breathe out yet. Take one more deep breath to fill your lungs as much as possible. Then slowly exhale through your mouth until all the air is gone. You might feel better after a few cycles, but in the study, participants did this for 5 minutes a day for 28 days, and they showed that the benefits were cumulative over time. So the longer they did it, the more they benefited. If breathing exercises or any mindfulness exercises are hard for you to do because thoughts, distractions, overwhelm, may I suggest Headspace? If you haven't heard of Headspace, it's an app that provides guided meditation exercises, breathing exercises, and it's also evidence-based. Studies have shown that 5 minutes of Headspace a day also reduces stress. I don't have a lot of downtime at work, but I can usually find 5 minutes, especially when sending an angry email would cost me more than that in terms of having to apologize to people.
So you've hit the pause button in your day. Things might be feeling overwhelming and stressful, and you just need a time out. Just take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. Another deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth.
Headspace is very work-friendly because you know exactly how long the exercises are going to take, so you can see if you can fit it in between meetings or if you have time to do it before somebody's going to wonder why you haven't responded to this email yet. There are times I'm feeling really dysregulated, and Headspace helps me settle my emotional glitter and get my cognition back online so I can respond in a way that is in line with my values, not just my emotions. If that's something you could use support with, or you just want to be more relaxed at work, you can try Headspace completely for free for 60 days by using my link in the description or scanning this QR code on screen. But yeah, use my link if you want to try it. That way you get 2 free months as opposed to the standard 2-week trial on their site. Let's see, what else? If your workplace allows it, headphones can be great for relaxation because they allow you to control your sensory environment, something that's often difficult in shared offices. By reducing unwanted noise, lowering the effort of filtering distractions, and creating a sense of personal space, headphones can help your brain and nervous system feel calmer and more regulated. And if they aren't allowed, they still might be. Headphones are a common workplace accommodation for ADHD. Personally, I've found just wearing them can be helpful because it reduces the number of things my brain is trying to pay attention to at once. But what you listen to can also make a difference. For some of you, that might be lo-fi. For others, it might be a rave set. For others, it might be their heavy metal playlist. Some research suggests binaural beats might help with relaxation and anxiety, though the evidence is still mixed. What I can say is a lot of people in our community swear by them. The only catch is that it requires headphones or for both earbuds to be worn. Wearing headphones is usually a good idea in an office anyway. That way you get the benefits of whatever you're listening to without bothering your coworkers, whether you need to relax or not. Which brings me to something I always have in my home and not home offices: fidgets. When we pick up our phone and start scrolling, sometimes what we're actually looking for isn't information. We're looking for something to do with our hands, something to fidget with. So why not actual fidgets? Fidgets that fit in your pocket and don't make noise are great to have at your desk and during meetings. As an added benefit, fidgets can help not just with anxiety. Many of us find they also help with focus, which makes them very work-friendly. Just gonna put it right over here. I'll link to some of my favorites in the description, but what's most important is finding a fidget that works for you. Ideally, one that doesn't distract you or others. Might be a little distracting there. There we go. Yeah? The bathroom. The perfect place to combine relaxation with self-care and biological needs. Or the perfect place to hide for 5 minutes while your partner takes care of your toddler's snack time. When you have the time for it, a regular warm bath is already a great way to physically relax, de-stress, and just feel good. But we can add to that by adding to the sensory experience in a way we enjoy. Bath maxing. Aromatic candles, soft music, bubbles, books, scented shaving soaps. Because if my brain needs stimulation to relax, then apparently the answer is turning my bathroom into a tiny spa-themed sensory experience. Tea. Soft lighting. I found this Galaxy Star light projector, and it's been so calming. It's a good option if watching the light flicker from your candles feels a bit too boring. It kind of feels like watching my TV projector, which is what I often do to relax, but gives my brain a break from constantly processing new information, as well as the just one more itis that can come with watching a show. And it works whether you have time for a bath, only have a shower available, or are in the bathroom for a 5-minute breather. Speaking of not having a lot of time, at-home self-care rituals can be relaxing without costing much time or money. Brushing through your hair, using a cool roller on your skin, doing a face mask or an eye mask, taking care of your nails. These rituals can be calming and a wonderful act of self-love. If you'd like more on self-care, you can check out this video. Of course, these don't technically have to happen in the bathroom, but it can be a good place for the supplies to live. Will this mess up my makeup? We'll find out. Don't forget to blow out your candles. Sometimes we might want things to help us relax while in the middle of the most random places. The stairs, the garage, while walking the dog, in your car that's parked in the grocery store parking lot. Stress can happen anywhere, and relaxation can too. Tools you can use literally anywhere, tools to adjust sensory input. I say adjust because in order to relax, some people need less sensory input, some people need more sensory input. And some people need tools for both, depending on the situation. Customize these to you. I do not like bright lights, so tools that help me reduce and or eliminate light can help. Sometimes it bothers me to have my hair in my face. I do like lots of touch, so I bring relaxation tools with me that are touch-based. Massage balls, a brush, this super cool brush-on mineral powder sunscreen. Sun protection doubles as touch. I pack a soft blanket literally anytime I travel. It feels silly, but the times I've left it at home, I've really regretted it. Movement is another tool you can use literally anywhere, and you don't need a thing. Swing your arms around gently. Sway to a song. Okay, maybe earbuds. Intentionally tense up your muscles and then relax. If you don't want anyone to know you're moving, wiggle your toes. Or if you're ruminating on something stressful, tools that can help you take your mind off it can also help you relax, giving your brain a job. Crosswords, Sudoku puzzles, books. These are all great ways to engage our restless brains while on the go, so they don't choose something stressful to chew on. Of course, you have to actually have the things with you, so gonna go ahead and pack that, pack this. This can go here. This can go, that should be in my purse. This can go on me. Pocket, wrist, head. And while it may sound impractical, especially if you're very busy, my final tip is this: slow down. When life gets stressful, most of us respond by speeding up. We rush, we multitask, we try to squeeze even more into an already full schedule. But sometimes stress is actually a signal that we need to do the opposite. Slow down your breathing, your movements, your schedule if you can. Because no amount of relaxation can compensate for constantly doing more than you have the capacity for. Sometimes it's not that we need more relaxation tools, it's that we need fewer demands. And here's the weird thing. Being calmer often helps us be more effective. We think more clearly, we make fewer mistakes, we use our energy more intentionally and hopefully efficiently. So if everything feels urgent, try slowing down just a little. Your nervous system might be trying to tell you something. Mine definitely was. Are we still going to use screens to relax sometimes? Of course. The goal isn't to stop using screens. It's to have enough tools easily available that your phone isn't the only one. These ideas are just the tip of the iceberg. Are there any I missed? Chime in below with your favorite relaxation tools and where you like to use them, as well as if you have any tips on how to make them as accessible as possible so that you will actually use them. Still working on that part myself. Thank you to our brain advocates and all our Patreon brains for supporting the work that we do. We really couldn't do this without you. Literally could not do this without your support. So thank you. You're what keeps the lights on. And thank you again to Headspace. If you'd like to try it out, again, link is in the description below. Like, subscribe, click all the things, and I will see you next video. Hopefully all of us will be a little bit more relaxed. Bye, brains.